Welcome back, troops. Let's tab 59. Hope you're all well. Thanks for your comments and your subscriptions. Thank you for all that. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. A bit windy today. Just coming back in now, just getting towards the house. Here we go. Get inside out of the wind. I've got to get these mics, I keep saying about it. Anyone out there knows a good little fluffy Bluetooth mic to get off Amazon or somewhere, give us a shout in the comments. Because I've been looking on Amazon and I don't know what to buy. Well, the wind's nearly took the door off. Bear with me. Right, here we go. Back indoors. So, that's all that out of the way. So. Done a video at the weekend. UK conscription in the UK, something like that. That went a bit crazy and got lots and lots of comments. This one today, a lot more light-hearted. What am I talking about? I'm going to talk about the Corps and the Regiments in the British Army's nicknames. Now, I'm not talking about the official nicknames. Let's get this pack off actually. Be a bit more comfortable. Right, so I'm not talking about the official nicknames. Now, official nicknames, I'll give you an example. My regiment, for instance, the Princess of Wales Rural Regiment, PWRR, if you Google us, our official nickname is the Tigers. And I think most regiments and corps have probably got a nickname, an official nickname, a recognised one. The nicknames I'm going to talk to you today about are the ones that are produced by other soldiers to talk about other regiments. A little bit derogatory at times, but it's all banter. And very quickly, when you join the army, you get to hear these nicknames for other regiments. You'll see someone refer to somebody over there, so that's a regiment, so that's so-and-so's nickname. So I'm going to go through a few of them. I know there's going to be a lot more that I don't cover. Some I don't like swearing too much online, so some of them I'm going to change slightly or cut them out and not talk about them at all. But please feel free to put them in the comments if you know some that I've missed. And there's lots, and I'm not going to cover them all. So getting back to my regiment, and like I say, the absolute official nickname is the Tigers. Now, our unofficial nicknames, we've got several, and they've changed slightly. So when we were formed from amalgamation with the Royal Hampshires and the Queen's Regiment, the then Princess of Wales, Diana, was our Colonel-in-Chief, our Honourable Colonel-in-Chief. So we got called Dies Guys. That was the first sort of nickname we picked up. Then Squidgies, another one was called Squidgies. I think that the late Princess Diana, she was having some sort of phone tapping going on between her and some guy that she's allegedly with, and someone called someone Squidgy. In that, it was all in the press, and so we got called Squidgies. When we lost the Princess of Wales, when she obviously divorced from the then Prince of Wales, now King Charles III, when that happened, we got nicknamed Camilla's Gorillas, Camilla's Commandos. So there's some sort of like derogatory nicknames that we picked up. I'm sure there's others, but anyway. So let's talk about different corps and regiments. Cavalry. Now collectively, the cavalry gets referred to as donkey wallopers. Also Piccadilly Cowboys, that's another one. There's one that's Knightsbridge something or other, but I'm not going to go into that one. The infantry, well, we're all different nicknames because of our different regiments within the infantry, but collectively it's been referred to the infantry as PBI, Poor Bloody Infantry. That's quite a good one. Quite often gets used. Grunts, although grunt is a very American sort of term for infantry, a grunt. But I have heard it referred to us in British infantry as grunts. And grunt actually, I believe, stands for Ground Reconnaissance Unit Non-Thinking. That sort of sums me up anyway. So the infantry get that sort of nickname. The Royal Tank Regiment, they get called the Chav Cav. The Chav Cav, or the Council Cav, because they're not quite as posh as the other cavalry, the Royal Tank Regiment. Parachute Regiment and airborne forces in general get referred to as cherry berries because they have this maroon berry. It's quite a dark red. I'm sure you've all seen it. And so they get nicknamed cherry berries. There used to be an infantry regiment, it's gone now, called the RGBW, Royal Gloucester, Berkshire and Wiltshire Regiment. Gloucestershire, Berkshire and Wiltshire. So they got nicknamed the M4 Rifles, because only M4 you can pass all that. So they got nicknamed the M4 Rifles, or there was another nickname, but I can't remember it, something to do with spaghetti. Like alphabetic spaghetti or something like that. They've gone now, they got absorbed into the rifles now. Royal Green Jackets, another regiment, famous regiment that's gone, it's a shame. The Royal Green Jackets, they were light infantry. They've gone into the rifles as well. Poor old Royal Green Jackets, they got a pasting in Northern Ireland back in Op Banner days, and they got nicknamed the Falling Plates. For those of you who don't know, Falling Plates or Falling Plate is it's a shooting competition in the British Army where you get a group of firers, they're in teams, and they shoot at metal plates at different ranges. Obviously, when the round strikes the plate, it makes a bit of a ding, and then the plate falls over, falling plate. Because, like I say, the Royal Green Jackets took a lot of casualties, people referred to them as the Falling Plates. Not a very nice name. I think they had another nickname, Black Mafia maybe. Somehow, any RGJ lads out there will put me right on that one, I'm sure. Got my little list here because I keep forgetting where I am. Right, so, RGD, Guards Regiment, Foot Guards. They get collected, I'm sure they've got their individual nicknames for Scots, Welsh, Irish, etc. But collectively they're known as the Wooden Tops. Not quite sure why. It may be because they have this colour berry, it's wood, or it's something to do with their bear skins maybe that they wear, Wooden Tops. The Argyll and Southern Highlanders, famous Scottish regiment, good bunch of lads, I've worked with them. They're all right, the Argylls and Southern Highlanders. They get called the Argyll and Bolton Wanderers, crazy nickname. The Army Air Corps, they wear a light sort of blueberry, not quite like the UN blueberry, I think it's a bit lighter than that. Powdery sort of blueberry for the sky, obviously. Army Air Corps, they get called blue tack heads. I think they get called Smurfs as well, as another nickname for them. Now, the Royal Artillery. The Royal Regiment of Artillery. Now, they've got a few nicknames. Planks is a famous one. Another one is Long Range Snipers. And another one would be the Drop Shorts. Now, drop shorts obviously because people say the artillery rounds were being dropped short, and so I suppose the infantry went, right, drop shorts, there's a drop short. Planks, I believe that come from a long time ago. The guns would have wooden planks strapped to them so they could be put under the wheels if the ground was soft or if muddy and the guns were sinking. That was to keep the guns sort of level. And I believe there was a battle where they didn't have the planks, or the planks had sunk or whatever, and so as the guns were being fired, they were starting to sink, they started to put dead gunners' bodies underneath the wheels. Not very nice. How true it is, I don't know. But I think that's where the word plank, or refers to the artillery of planks, comes from. Long range snipers, obviously, because they're firing from some distance beyond. Right, the Royal Engineers. Wedges was a favourite one for Royal Engineers, or Chunkies, that's another one. Royal Corps of Signals, the Royal Signals. Scaly backs and bleeps. Scaly backs, so that you see where it comes from. Obviously on the radios there used to be like a scale, it's all digital now, but it used to be a scale, and as you turned the knobs to tune in the frequency, that scale of numbers was there. And of course that would be on their radio on their back. So that scale, scaly backs, that's where I think that come from. And obviously bleeps is from the noise the radios used to make. The Intelligence Corps, the Ink Corps, no Ink Corps, favourite one for them is Green Slime. They wear a green beret, not like the Royal Marine Commandos green berets, it's lighter than that. And the Ink Corps get called Green Slime. REME, Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, REME, they often get referred to as spanner monkeys, grease monkeys, but also Rough Engineering Made Easy, REME, Rough Engineering Made Easy, the REME. Now, the RLC, the Royal Logistics Corps, grouped loads back in the 90s when they formed, loads and loads of different corps got amalgamated into the RLC. RLC, Royal Logistics Corps, quite often get referred to as the really large corps because it's massive. It's got so many trades in the RLC, it's unbelievable. Another one they get called is Rags, Lorries and Curries. Rags because you can go to the stores, they do a lot of store stuff, you can get rags from the stores. Lorries because they do all the transport, and curries because the army chefs, all the caterers are in the RLC. So rags, lorries and curries, RLC. Now, before the RLC, we had the RCT. That was the transport side, that was the Royal Corps of Transport. All the drivers, all the specialist driving vehicles, etc. was within the RCT. And other things, trains used to be in there. And they had their own ships, like landing crafts, landing ships, etc. So when it was the Royal Corps of Transport, they got referred to as rickshaws, cabs and taxis, RCT. Before the RCT, they was known as the Royal Army Service Corps. I'm going right back now, before my time. Royal Army Service Corps. And a lot of people referred to it as run away, someone's coming, RASC. Royal Military Police, the RMP, very commonly called monkeys. That's just a nickname they've got, the monkeys. But also red caps, because they wear a red berry, not like the parachute regiment or airborne forces. Their berry's a lot brighter. It's not maroon like the paras. And also when they wear their peaked caps, you might have seen them before, then it's got a red top on it. It's a red cap. Adjutants General Corps, that one was formed back in the 90s. It was reformed. I think it used to happen years ago, but they brought it back in the 90s. That gets called the All Girls Corps, or Paperclip Commandos. That's another one I've heard. But All Girls Corps, AGC, Adjutants General Corps. Now, at one time, the women were in their own corps in the army. You had the Wrens in the Navy, you had the WAFs in the Air Force, and in the Army you had the WRAC, the RACs. Now that stood for Women's Royal Army Corps, but what it got called was the Weekly Ration of Army Comfort. I'm not going to say the C word. Weekly Ration of Army Comfort. Also colloquially known as lumpy jumpers. Not very nice for the ladies. Now, before the RLC was formed again, you had the Army Catering Corps, the ACC, obviously all the chefs and caterers, etc. They got nicknamed the Aldershot Concrete Company because their chef school was in Aldershot in St Omer Barracks, I believe, and everyone went there to learn to be an army chef, and they got nicknamed the Aldershot Concrete Company, also sometimes known as Handicap Commandos. So that's the WRAC, the ACC. So that about wraps it up. There's lots more out there. Please, you veterans out there especially, if you know some of the ones that I've missed, you've got some really funny ones, stick them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And don't forget, if anyone knows which microphone I need to buy so I can do some more outside stuff without the wind blowing so much and making a noise on the camera, I don't know what one to buy, I'm old. If you know of a good one, shoot it in the comments for me, and then I can have a look online and try and get that for windy days. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Give us a thumbs up if you can. That'd be appreciated. But till the next time, troops, and it won't be that long, remember, get out there and let's tank.